Hello, ni hao. Welcome to Mandarin Mama Chit Chat by Mandarin Together, where two Taiwanese moms, Trista and YaoYao, share their experiences in raising bilingual children, exploring identity, code switching, and embracing the joys and challenges of bilingual parenting. Come along with us on this exciting journey. Hi, welcome joining us today. So today we'll be exploring the wonderful world of Chinese food from various angles, including introducing the flavors to our kids, cooking with them, and trying different foods in Taiwan. So buckle up and let's dive right in. So Yao Yao and I, when we first thought about this topic, we were really excited because we all do different things to introduce Taiwanese Chinese food to our kids. And it is such a joy and sometimes hilarious to see the reactions when they first try different flavors or different type of food. And Yao Yao and I, we both have taken our kids back to Taiwan as well. And it is just such a great experience sharing a food that we're so familiar with, right? Growing up, we don't think more to it, but for our American-born kids, that could be something it's really different to them. So just watching them from being hesitant to loving it or still don't like it, which was fine, but just kind of be there and still getting the whole experience is really fun. So that's what we're going to be talking today. And so, Yao Yao, would you like to share with us how do you introduce Chinese food or Asian food to your kids? Because for me, my kids are little younger. I do a little bit, but really not a whole lot yet.
Yeah, I am personally so excited about this topic because as a Taiwanese, I think we like to eat, or Chinese, we really enjoy food.
Mm-hmm.
So my husband, he immigrated here when he was 5, and my in-law, they both are here. So I would say majority of the food that we eat are Asian food.
Mm-hmm.
So my kids, ever since they were little, I cook less now, but when they were younger, I cook more. And when we go out to eat, majority of time it's Asian food. So I think they're very comfortable with Asian food, Chinese food. And that's even though my husband immigrated here when he was 5. If he doesn't have like rice or like Chinese food for like, let's say 2 days, like
Right.
let's say if we're on vacation, he will be very grumpy.
Wow.
So we can't live without Asian food. Yes. Like I remember when we went to honeymoon before kids, we went to Europe, went to Paris and London for like 10 days. I think it was on the 3rd day, we're like, oh my goodness, we want some good Chinese food. And we actually we crave it so bad. We went to supermarket and bought those cup instant noodle, those really cheap instant noodle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ramen. Yeah. I was like, oh, it's so good. It's like comfort. Yeah. So we are definitely prefer Asian food than American food. Yeah. For my house. Yeah.
Right.
What about you?
It's very different from my household. So my husband is American. He likes Chinese buffet. Like he craves it all the time because he loves, buffets in general. But at our home, we definitely don't. Well, because first of all, I don't really cook a ton, and I don't know how or why I survived all these years coming to America. But I just don't really cook a lot. And for me, it's being like being easy, being simple, and quick is my top priority. So we actually cook a lot of just, I guess, American food, whatever you call it, just oven. We use oven a lot, our air fryer and Instant Pot, and just all the, I don't know, steaks or baked salmon, pork chops, and just because they're just easy and simple, mac and cheese and potatoes. And so, yeah, I don't know. And I guess, I don't know why. I just never, because I know I have a lot of Taiwanese friends who moved to America either to study abroad or like immigrated, right? They would crave home foods a lot, but I just never had that cravings, or maybe just because I'm just too lazy to even have those cravings. I don't know what it is. But now that I have kids of my own and I recognize the importance of, I guess, sharing this comfort food or, foods from home from Taiwan with them. So I am trying to step up my game and then make more, I guess, Asian food. So I look up recipes such as, in Taiwan, the 牛肉面 and beef noodles. Leo loves them, but he just eats the noodles. He likes the broth too. We've done 葱油饼, but it's the ime, the frozen ones. You just go to Asian market. So we've done those. Leo likes those as well. We like taiyaki, those Japanese dessert, like fish shaped desserts. He likes those because it's sweet. So a lot of them I
Mhm.
would say is instant, like frozen things. We do sushi, one of our go-tos, but our sushi is literally just steamed rice. You put avocado in it, so it's not even authentic. And you put smoked salmon or cucumbers. So those American sushi, but like just like putting the rice in there and roll it up, it's a fun experience. So like sushi is our go-to. Like both my kids, even
We do
my
that
almost
too.
2-year-old, yeah, really like it as well. But whenever he says sushi, I like to other people, I'm just like, oh, it's really not sushi. It doesn't sound that fancy. We just throw rice into seaweed. Um, and we go to Trader Joe's or Asian markets, we would buy Asian snacks as well, Taiwanese snacks. But that's basically what I've done so far. I know you've made tanghulu with your kids, right?
Yes. Okay. Flashback.
Yeah,
Now I don't cook as much, but like when you mentioned like beef noodle soup, 牛肉面, I've done that. I use Instant Pot. I use Instant Pot a lot.
same.
And of course, rice cooker. We all have rice cooker to
Yes,
cook rice. And then 大同电锅, that's like
yes, yes.
where I steam stuff. I cook a lot of soup actually because my daughter, she loves soup.
Okay.
So I use a lot of chicken to make soup, chicken soup, and a lot of spare ribs. You know how we
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Chinese or Asian, we use those
Haikutang.
ribs. I
Yeah.
use that to make a lot of 排骨汤, yeah, with a lot of soup or with, she loved lotus root. So is it called lotus liang-o? Lotus root, right?
Yeah.
Lotus root. Yeah, so I cook a lot of soup. I've done like Taiwanese pork chop before, and also like the Taiwanese chicken nuggets, yansuji.
Oh, yeah,
But
I've
I
made those
have to
too.
say,
Yes.
I understand because it takes more work. Do you feel like it? It takes more work to cook
Yes, it
Chinese
does
food?
take more. Yes. Because with
Yeah,
American
because we
food or
do.
Western food, you just put things together
Yeah,
and you just pop into the oven and it's done. Or,
yeah. Like I
yeah.
make spaghetti. Like now I'm a little bit busier in this right now, the phase of my life.
Yeah.
So I don't have as much time to prepare and cook. It's like stir fry, like in like Asian style, right? Soup and then maybe 3 dishes and then rice. I really don't have time for that. So, I mean, I've been cooking a lot of spaghetti and
Yeah.
then
Hmm.
mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, American food just faster. So I get
Yeah.
it. I get it. Tao Hulu was fun because she's the one want to do it.
Mm.
She saw it on. She's old enough, so sometimes she watch like YouTube Kids. She saw some, I guess, famous influencer or
Yeah.
I'm not sure who it is that made tanghulu. She's like, "Oh, mommy, do we have this ingredient and this and that?" I was like, "Yeah." I actually didn't know that it's that simple to make. And she's the one who came up with the idea. She said, "Mommy, put a cup of water and a cup of sugar and this and that." I said, "Oh, okay." She loves it. It was really tasty because it's just, I mean, sugar. It's just
Right. Yeah.
sugar. So that was fun.
Hmm.
Oh, also my in-laws, that's just another perks to have grandparents around, made 韭菜盒子.
Okay.
How do you translate that? The chives, those big,
Chives,
how do you say it? It's not
dumplings. I don't
dumpling.
know. Yeah. 韭菜盒子.
Yeah, it's not really
Everything's
dumplings,
dumpling.
much bigger than dumplings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess those are chives dumpling. They have little clear noodle inside and then
Hmm. Hmm.
chives. So she loved to make that with my in-laws, with
Oh,
her
that's cute.
grandparents, and she loves to eat. Yeah, and that's a great experience too.
Hmm. Yeah. That's one thing I want to do
Yeah.
more now that Leo is older because it was Moon Festival not long
Oh,
ago,
you know
right?
what?
Yeah. And then we read
Yeah.
a book and he's been begging to make moon cakes. But I think I was not prepared, so I said maybe next year we'll step out of game because I feel like mooncakes are so hard to make. I mean, I didn't even look up the recipe just yet, but it's exciting that he's interested and he's asking me to do this with him. So I think in a couple of years I would definitely be venturing out to make all these things from scratch. Which if you were in
You
Taiwan,
know,
you would never have to do that.
yeah, I saw the one of the on internet that you
Mm-hmm.
can make mooncake, but it's kind of like not real mooncake. They use like cake batter and
Mm-hmm.
brownie, so it's just
Hmm.
easier to. I have never attempted to make mooncake. It's just so complicated to
Yes.
me.
Yeah. Right. I think the Taiwanese moms or Chinese moms
That's
here, they are. I mean, I don't know because when you live in China or in Taiwan, right? These things you can it's easily accessible. You can just go out and buy them, right? But then it's just here we don't have access to them, so I feel like we have to step out our game and then make things from scratch. And I think it's a really fun experience too because just in Taiwan, it's just so easy and it's very affordable too. So people don't really think about making them from scratch. But yeah, I think a couple of years I would definitely try to do that with my kids.
I have a suggestion for you. I was gonna mention it earlier when you said it's just too hard to cook at home. Hot pot. Hot pot is something
Oh
so
yes,
easy that you can
yes.
put together and kind of have that. If your husband's okay with it, if he's okay with eating hot pot,
He loves hot pot.
will be
Yes,
because we eat hot pot a lot during winter.
right.
Yeah, it's just
When
easy. You
you
just go buy meat and whatever they like, right? Tofu. Hmm.
yeah, when you do hot pot, do you make your own soup base or you buy those I don't know prepared soup base like store bought soup
I
base?
I normally, yeah, I normally buy the prepared one.
Gotcha.
And you know what you can also do? You can just buy chicken soup from
Mm,
Costco or anywhere. You just do chicken soup, you have that flavor. And once
yeah,
you dump everything in, like the taro, tomato, veggie, it has a lot of flavor. So if you put like chicken soup, I know like at Asian supermarket like H Mart, we have H Mart here. I don't know
yeah,
if H Mart is everywhere, but they sell those bone, like beef bone soup base. That's
yeah.
really healthy for the kids too. We can do that
Right.
too. If you can't find those hot pot instant packet, I feel
Yeah.
like those are good alternative
True. Yeah. Because we
for
don't have
hot
H Mart
pot.
here because it's not too big of a city. We do have some Asian markets near here. We do have those hot pot soup base, but for some reason it always upsets my husband's stomach. But I never thought about a chicken broth though. I would do that next time. Yes, because we love. I mean, he loves hot pot as well, but just every single time after he eats them, his stomach gets upset. I don't know what's in the so yeah,
You know, it might be the oil. Some packet they're really oily. It
yeah. I
might
wonder.
be too spicy. I don't know, oily. If you can just find something simple like chicken soup and
Yeah.
beef
True.
broth, yeah, it's
Mhm.
much better.
That's a good idea. Thank you. And it's healthier too. So
And I also think the difference. I mean, even though we both live in the U.S., it's like different culture in different city in the state, right? I feel like here
mhm.
in Houston, we have a lot of choices compared to
Yeah,
you guys.
for sure. Yes.
So, because I was shocked when I heard earlier when you said you don't crave for Taiwanese food. I'm like, oh my goodness, because I crave for it all the time.
Maybe also because I don't have the
So maybe,
luxury to do it.
yeah, maybe you just don't have that much around. So maybe just, okay, whatever. You just don't think too much about it. But for us here, oh man, let's say if you go out in the Taiwanese pork chop or those Taiwanese chicken nuggets, and this is not as good as in Taiwan. We get disappointed or boba tea. So maybe that kind of brings up our craving. Oh, we crave for the authentic chicken nugget, Taiwanese chicken or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, the popcorn chicken. Now that's switched to so now we were talking about like cooking and then introducing different I guess Chinese food to our kids in America. But I know both of us would have taken our kids back to Taiwan as well. Maybe you can share a little bit about how our kids liked
Hmm.
the food in Taiwan because so I teach Mandarin, right? And it's I shared this a lot. It's like a
Hmm.
funny story. One of my students I taught a while back ago, he loves Chinese food, right? Like he say he can eat it every day, all day long. And then so he had this amazing opportunity. He went studied abroad in China. And then when he came back, he told me, he was like, oh, he realized he didn't love Chinese food. He loved American Chinese food. When he went to China, he actually did not like the food there. It just like, it wasn't bad. He just like, it was not what he was used to, right? And it was a big culture shock to him. And I mean, he continued to love his American Chinese food, but just he learned there's a difference. There's a huge difference. And then so like, we can do all we want here in America, but the experiences, the flavors, the taste are gonna be different, right? Slightly different or very different from if we were to eat in Taiwan versus what we were trying to recreate it here. So does YaoYao want to kind of share because your kids are older, like what have their experiences be when they try different food in Taiwan?
Millie and Jay's so different. My daughter, Millie, she is such a good eater. She loves to try new food.
Hmm.
And my husband too, even though he immigrated here when he was 5, he loves all Taiwanese food he loves and all the weird kinds too. All the weird kinds that I don't eat. Okay. So I don't eat any intestine. And it's
Mm-hmm.
weird. When I used to live in Taiwan, I eat
Right.
intestine, like weird stuff. Like there's chicken feet. We have it here too. Or in Taiwan, we eat chicken butt or
Yeah.
pig
Skillets.
liver. Yeah, all that. And then I guess been here for so long. I'm like, I don't eat chicken feet anymore. I eat everything but the intestines or like the
Right.
weird part of the body. And that's my daughter too. She loves her favorite is stinky tofu. She
Mm-hmm.
loves stinky tofu, and I know a lot of people can't deal with that smell. She loves that. She also she loves hot pot there. She loves those. So, another weird food I don't know anybody will try. It's the 1,000 egg. The
Mm-hmm.
black is
Yeah.
yeah.
He does.
She loves that. The
Century.
1,000 egg 皮蛋, yeah. 1,000 egg with tofu. That's another
Mm-hmm.
her. And I actually make that at home
Wow.
often too, because that's easy to make, right? Just
Right.
easy to put together.
Yeah.
And of course, boba and Taiwanese breakfast is so different and it's so different and it's so good.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
蛋饼.
Mm-hmm.
So she loves all that. My son, Jace, is another story. He'll go back to Taiwan like, take me to Pizza Hut. My
Or
mom
McDonald's.
actually took him to Pizza Hut. Yes, we went to McDonald's quite a few times, and there is an all-you-can-eat Pizza Hut there with Alfredo pasta. My mom took my son there. She
Yeah.
took Jay's, and he loves it. So
Right.
I guess it just depends on their personality too. I wish he can try more, but one thing he really liked was the hot pot. He does like hot pot. He likes the meat. He likes the noodle. He also like beef noodle soup. Raw meat.
Right.
He likes that. He just doesn't like anything that's too authentic or too weird. Oh, my dog Millie loves pie too. The
Yeah.
chicken steak. She loves that as well. Just too many. I can't list them all.
Right.
Just
She
too
loves it
many,
all.
and my stomach is grumbling talking about
So I'm curious though for Jason, right? Jason, your son?
no
What did
Jace.
Oh, Jace, my bad. What did he think about the Pizza Hut in Taiwan or McDonald's in Taiwan? Because they offer different things too. Because at Pizza Hut, they have, I can't remember what flavor, but it's more, I guess, Asian influenced toppings. Because I don't eat Pizza Hut in America. But now when I went back to Taiwan, I actually like the Pizza Hut in Taiwan just because of the creative flavors or, I guess, Asian influenced toppings.
Yeah, no, okay. It's too boring to talk about him because he just like cheese pizza, cheese
Oh,
plain. But I heard of like Pizza Hut have like what curry pizza,
yes.
like right? Have you heard of
Yeah.
that? Or like all kind of Asian,
Or
or
the,
like I heard of mapo tofu pizza, like
yes. Yeah.
weirdest thing. Yeah, I never tried it though. I heard about it.
Yeah, I never tried that either. I know there's like a boba pizza as well. I'm not sure it's Pizza Hut, but I know they'll put boba on the pizzas. which I thought is really creative as well. Okay. So he
Yeah, I don't eat pizza when I go back home.
gotcha. So he did not try any of other flavor toppings when he was in Taiwan.
So he did try this one. It's pizza, cheese pizza, but it has French fries on top, which is
Okay.
really weird. I never had a French fry pizza here in the state, but that was
Right.
interesting.
Right. It's different.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So for my son Leo, he loves sweets. I mean, like most of kids. I know for first day when we went to Taiwan or breakfast, we ate at our hotel, and then he had 芝麻包, those sesame buns. He like fell in love with them. We have them here in America too. I just never thought about, I guess, introducing them to him, and he loved it. So he loved 芝麻包. We also tried the braised pork rice, 卤肉饭. Generally, he is pretty open to all sorts of foods. We did not, however, eat out a lot in Taiwan because he's still younger, and I guess just because of a lot of flavors, seasonings, and grease, I just did not like. We went to a hot pot place as well, but majority of time he just ate the rice. But he was pretty open minded, so we shall see how he grows up to be. But so far, like for the ones we just tried, he liked it. He liked them all. He has not yet tried the boba tea just because the boba choking has started. Maybe in a couple more years.
My daughter loves boba.
Yeah. I think that is even a lot of people who maybe typically don't like Asian food that much, but boba tea is just the one thing that most people like. Yeah.
What about your husband?
Yeah, so he loves Chinese food. He loves Asian foods or like foods in general. And I guess very similar to you as well. He eats everything, but two things he cannot do. The intestines gillards, he does eat them, but chicken feet and stinky tofu, he cannot get past them. This is the only two things he cannot stand. The chicken feet because of the look of it. He just cannot put that in his mouth. And stinky tofu, he did try though, but he almost puked just because of the smell of it. I think he tried twice, so very brave of him. But he just could not. He just cannot eat stinky tofu or just yet.
Yeah. Have you watched that show? Oh, what is his name? Andrew Zimmerman. I think I just butchered his last name. Andrew. It's on Food Network. Andrew Zimmerman, something like that.
Okay.
He is in Food Network. He goes to like, I think it's called Bizarre Food.
Okay.
And he traveled around the world. I don't know if the show is still on right now, but this is years back. He travels around the world. He tried like the weirdest food. Like he'll eat bugs. Some other country they'll eat bugs and stuff. Like this brave guy just travel around the world eating traditional food and weird. That's why it's called bizarre food. One thing that he cannot eat: stinky tofu. I'm like, what? You can eat bugs and all that weird stuff like worms, but you can't eat stinky tofu. But it is the smell for him too. It's the smell.
For sure it's the
But
smell.
for me, it's weird because I guess I was born there, so to me, I don't even smell anything. Like, I don't think it's stinky at all. It's same with my daughter. She's like, "Mommy," when she was little, she tried stinky tofu. I think when I was like 3. We go back every year, so I believe 2 or 3. She started young, okay. So she said, "Mommy, this is a smelly tofu. It's not stinky tofu. It smells good." So that's Millie. She's very adventurous.
Yeah, that's awesome. Usually a comparison or like a, not analogy, but I would compare stinky tofu to blue cheese. To me, I cannot eat blue cheese at all. As for me, it just smells gross. And I think, but people who love them love it. So for me, it's like, it's a smell. If you cannot get past it, it's really not the thing. So for me, I was just like, yeah, I mean, it has a very distinct smell to it. But same with blue cheese. Like my husband loves blue cheese, which I cannot. And I don't love stinky tofu, but I don't really mind the smell of it. But my husband, for him, he thinks it's like disgusting. So I don't know. Yeah.
What about 榴莲? And I don't know how to translate that.
Right. Durian. I actually have never tried durian my whole life. I don't know why. I never really liked the smell of it either. And we don't really have it at home that often. Maybe we had it once or twice, but I just had no desire of trying it. So I have not yet tried it. And I don't think my husband had the opportunity just yet. I feel like he would try it just to see how it tastes like, but the opportunity just hasn't come yet.
I'm not a big, I don't, the smell doesn't bother me. The smell doesn't bother me, but not a big fan of the durian.
Mhm.
Like you said, we don't really buy it at home. I
Yeah.
tried it, but I'm like, it's okay. I don't hate it, but I'm like, I don't
Right.
crave for it.
Right. Right.
But when we went back to Taiwan, my son hates that smell. Jace,
Oh,
we have a fruit. It's a store. They sell fruit downstairs. And we have to pass by that store every day when we go home. And I
right.
have to go around. I had to go to extra traffic light to go around so he can avoid that smell. He said, "Mommy,
Oh,
please, please, let's just go around that fruit store because they
uh-huh.
sell durian and it smells so bad for him and he can't
Oh.
stand it."
Hmm. Yeah. I guess people have different preferences
Yeah,
and likes and the things they don't like.
yeah, and like your student was saying, the American Chinese food. Like if you don't know, you don't know, right? You will think that's traditional Chinese food, but actually, it's really big difference.
Different.
Very big
Yeah.
difference. Mm-hmm.
Right. I would
Yeah.
say here in America, the Chinese food are very saucy. We really definitely don't do that many sauces when we're in Taiwan. It's very saucy, thickening sauce,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all battered and
Mm-hmm.
deep fried. Uh, Basically, just make
Mm-hmm.
it tastier, I guess, or and more flavorful. But that's definitely not the case in Taiwan,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even we have the popcorn chicken, yansuji,
Yeah.
it's deep fried, but we don't have the sauces. We have the seasoning, but not the thick sauces.
I have another suggestion I just thought about for you, for the little kids,
Yeah.
and even my kids now. I cook a lot of noodle, like soup noodle. I will buy those pre-packaged udon or like the
Yeah.
dry noodle at
Mhm.
Asian store, and just you can just put chicken soup.
Yeah.
And I add in like the noodle, I added egg and those fish tofu, like
Yeah.
things that you would put in hot pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like a one pot thing. It's so easy.
Right.
And the kids like it. Put some chicken if that you want, or those hot
Yeah.
pot meat. And
Yeah.
that's one meal. Just something easy to put together. And because
Right.
Millie, she loves soup, so we eat a lot of noodle at home on udon.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Um,
just something
yeah,
easy
my
for the
kids do love rice and noodles too. It's interesting whenever I make rice, like, well, I make things and then the Iris, my almost 2 year old, would just eat the white rice. That's it. She just wanted white rice. And then if I make any noodles at all, she wouldn't eat anything else in the noodles, but she just wants the noodles. But that's another exposure, right? Which is fine too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because Jace is very picky. He loves
Hmm.
rice and noodle. And
Yeah.
now, when he
All the
was little, he
carbs.
he just wanted, yeah, nothing else, nothing else. He'll pick out everything. But now at
Yeah.
least he'll eat some meat
Right.
in the noodle and maybe noodle fan the braised pork. He likes
Yeah.
that too. That's
Hmm.
very tasty. Hmm.
Yeah. For sure. But
Oh, do
yeah.
you want to share about? I was gonna say, do you want to share like how we greet in Taiwan?
Oh, yeah. So I
You
guess
know
today
how
we're talking food, right?
I think
And
it's really interesting if people don't know. I think it's
but
really interesting to share. Yeah.
yeah, I think food is such a important, is such an easy thing to connect people together. I think people in general all love to eat, but it especially reflects in Chinese culture too. So in America, when you greet, say, "Hey, how are you? How's it going? What's up?" But in Taiwan, it's actually really common for people to just say, "Hey, 你吃了吗? Have you eaten?" Instead of saying asking how are you. It's not literally meaning asking you, "Hey, have you eaten? If you haven't, hey, come to my house." Not an open invite type of thing. It's just because food plays such an important part in our culture, in Chinese culture. So that reflects in language as well. So just another, I guess, culture note or language note is 你吃了吗 is a really common way for people to greet. And people say, 啊，吃了. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was saying when I go back, when I see my grandparents or all the older family members, I guess, you know what? No, younger generation too. It's just, yeah, just the way, they always ask me, have I eaten? Have I eaten? Like, I'm sure they will, if I say no, they will literally cook up something for me. But it's just another way to show they care for you and
Yeah.
say hi
Hmm.
and care for you. See, you are
Hmm.
full. If your
Right.
belly is full.
Right. Yeah. Make sure you're
Hmm.
doing well. If you're hungry, you cannot be doing well. Yeah, I think this is about it. Yeah, today we were just kind of chit chatting about how we introduce Chinese food to how we do it in our house, our homes, and with our kids, and then our experiences taking kids over to Taiwan. So this basically sums up and wraps up what our episode today.
Yeah. If you guys ever need any tip, like what to eat, if you travel back to Taiwan, let me know. Let Trista know. I have so much recommendations. So,
Yes, and I learned so much
yeah.
already from Yao Yao from today's episode.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. I hope you guys have fun and enjoyed this episode. I know your time is very precious, so we are so grateful you are spending your precious time with us. If you love our podcast, we would love for you to leave a review. It will mean so much for us. Any word of encouragement and support, it will keep us going. If you have any questions, email us at hello@mandarintogethernow.com. We will try to answer anything. If you have any topic you want to talk about, please let us know. You can also find us on social media, Instagram, Facebook. It is Mandarin Together Now. I will link everything in the show notes, so you can just click, follow us, DM us. We also made this cute dim sum flashcards, so grab it from our show notes. All right, that's it for now. Have a good one. Bye.